Hello, everybody. My name is John Jones. I am the Director of Clinic Operations for NuSpine Chiropractic. We are a national franchise brand in the chiropractic industry. Real quickly about my background, I have an extensive background in business coaching and franchise development. And then as of lately, the last several years in the chiropractic industry. And then I have recently joined forces with NuSpine Chiropractic in this position. And so I work directly with the CEO of NuSpine, Mr. Ryan Tabloff, who's I'm going to interview here today to help you get a better understanding of the brand and what it's all about, and to see if the brokers out there and the franchise consultants can think of us and think of the different people you're working with and see who might be the ideal fits to introduce to our brand. So we look forward to sharing some insights about our brand with you and eventually working together. So first of all, let's just jump right in, Ryan, and let's just kind of dive into this idea of the chiropractic industry. I think it's a pretty unusual industry when it comes to franchising. It's not the normal food service type of staple when we talk about franchising. And most people are nowadays familiar with chiropractic. But tell us a little bit about what it means to NuSpine. How is NuSpine approaching the chiropractic industry? What's new about NuSpine?
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, John, for setting this up, and great question. I think there's really two main things when we think of NuSpine that differentiates from traditional chiropractic clinics. Number one is accessibility and affordability. We're really bringing chiropractic to the masses, and we're doing it in a really affordable way. And then number two is personalization. So providing a personal care plan and really curtailing everything that the doctor and the clinic does for our patients from a personal standpoint. I think those are the two main things: the affordability and accessibility of our clinics, and then that personalized care plan.
Yeah, awesome. Obviously, when we talk to a lot about franchisees, investors, entrepreneurs, one of the boxes that they always seem to want to check is they want to invest in a business that there's a high demand for their products and services. Speak to us a little bit about what's going on in the chiropractic industry and the demand for the services.
Yeah, what's great about chiropractic is it's definitely not a fad. It's a $20+ billion industry. It's been growing year over year at a great clip. And the franchise space within the chiropractic industry is also growing tremendously. Roughly 4% of all chiropractic visits are done at a franchise-based chiropractic clinic. And we're seeing that percentage and those numbers really grow. So this is definitely a very high demand industry. Not only is it $20+ billion, but something along the lines of 10% of the population, roughly 30 million people, are going to have back pain or currently do have back pain right now. And that number is only increasing with our modern lifestyle.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One of the things I love about the NuSpine brand is that we're really focused on that wellness patient, not necessarily the patient who's been in a car accident or has an extreme injury, but just wants to live their best life. And then one of the things that we're seeing in the industry is that more and more people are looking at chiropractic in that way, because of the technology that we're exposed to, the lifestyles that people have are just so counter to health, especially spinal health. And so we're seeing things like, peak performers, athletes, and everybody else looking at chiropractic as an ongoing health routine. And of course, that just fits perfectly into our wheelhouse as to what we're all about, right?
Absolutely. There's a tremendous amount of research and a lot of studies that have been done about the efficacy of chiropractic care and the ongoing benefits after that adjustment. We're also seeing from Tom Brady to Tiger Woods to Kirk Cousins integrating chiropractic care as part of their normal program from health and wellness to be ready to perform on, on Sundays or Thursday through Sunday for Tiger. So we're seeing a lot of athletes, a lot of people in, just mainstream everyday people really take on to chiropractic from a wellness standpoint. You can define wellness as a lack of system, injury, or event. So really that ongoing routine chiropractic adjustment really helps with that wellness optimization.
Yeah, no doubt. I was thinking about this the other day. Tom Brady, has a private chef and flies him around wherever he goes. The average person, I can't afford that, but an average person now has access to the same exact chiropractic care, a great adjustment on a routine basis that a celebrity, multimillionaire would have access to, right? It's kind of an equalizer.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, just, the Netflix show Quarterback has Kirk Cousins on it.
Right.
The first things that he learned when he was a rookie from Santana Moss, who I believe played 14 plus years and was as fast in year 13 and 14 as he was in years 1 and 2. And he attributes that to a lot of factors, but one of them is routine chiropractic care.
Yeah. So obviously you and I are really passionate about the chiropractic work that we provide. We can go on and on about that. But, the other things that is important to franchisees we know is we always recommend you want to look for a streamlined, simplified operation, right? Because the more complex your business model is, the more hassles, the less sleep you have, and the less profit that you can make as well. So speak to a little bit about just the streamlined nature and the simplicity of our operation.
I think a lot of people want to get into a franchise and they want to own a business. So, however, a lot of businesses end up owning the owner, right? And sure. I think what's great about our model is it's simple, but it's definitely not easy, but it's very streamlined. You're starting with 2 employees. You're in a retail storefront between 1,000 and 1,500 square feet. You've got very minimal technology you have to deal with. You don't have to deal with insurance, right? Your employees are professionals, so you don't have a whole bunch of part-time high school and college kids running around where you have, HR nightmares. So it's an extremely streamlined, simple operational model.
Yeah, no doubt. So far it sounds pretty rosy, right? I mean, we have a biased opinion about our brand, and we and I both know business is not all sunshine and rainbows. Tell folks what are some of the challenges associated with our industry and our brand as well.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that while we say that it's simple, it's not easy. Mm-hmm. And to be really successful as a franchisee with NuSpine, you need to be a leader. Now, you can grow into passive or semi-passive ownership of NuSpine Clinic, but the number one thing is you have to be a leader for your team. You have to be a leader to not only help coach within the clinic, but you also have to make sure that you are part of the community. We are the local chiropractic clinic, so we need to be part of the community. We don't just need to sit back and have a great website, pay for some digital ads, and wait for our patients to come in. We want to really be a beacon within the community, and we want to make sure that we're driving towards that. So our franchisees, our best franchisees, they have a passion for health and wellness. They definitely do not have to be doctors, but what they do have to do is they have to be leaders. They want to have to really lead their team, and they definitely can work into passive ownership.
Right. Obviously, as a franchisor, our core responsibility, of course, is to provide multiple levels of support for our franchisees. And you and I take a lot of pride in being able to check all the boxes that we need to check and provide our franchise partners. Speak to a little bit about that. Obviously, there's tons, but maybe just speak to a couple of the key elements where you feel like we provide a tremendous amount of support for our franchise partners.
Yeah, absolutely. With NuSpine and NuSpine, the franchisor side, we have fully aligned our outcomes and how we are going to market with our franchisees. So we don't compete with our franchisees. We're 100% franchise based, and we are focused on our clinic metrics. So what we provide is we provide support from training, from mentoring, from coaching, from making sure that all of our internal systems are, from the software systems to our marketing systems to our dialogues with patients. We're making sure that we're always updating them. We're making sure that they're simplistic in their form, but they still need to be executed on. So anything that you could think of, from training, from support, from site selection, we already have once a lead comes in, we're already working with our national real estate brokerage team to make sure that we've identified approved sites. So we take site location off of our hands. That development process, we have a really detailed, streamlined development program. Once you've moved forward, once you've found your site to get your clinic in the most efficient and cost-effective way open, and then all that pre-open training, marketing, and then that ongoing, we're there with you every step of the way. And we have geared up or tooled up our system. We've got 32 plus clinics open now. We've developed our program to be able to handle as we develop, hundreds of clinics. We have the program and the team in place to be able to handle that volume.
Yeah, no doubt. Through my experience with franchising, I've had the opportunity to work with some even global franchises, and I would definitely say that I was pretty shocked. NuSpine is definitely tooled up in a way in terms of the resources and the platforms that it has. It looks like a national leader. It looks like a franchise that has been in business for decades, not a few years. So I think we're really unique that way. I think because of the belief in what we're doing in our industry, our investors really, invested to put us in that position where we're uniquely equipped to grow. So that's exciting.
And whether that's from the staff we have, such as yourself and some of our other colleagues, whether it's from our board, or whether even if it's some of our franchisees, we are making sure that we've got fantastic chiropractic leadership throughout the organization. Also, we're a small retail business. We're a retail business in a storefront. So we're making sure that we have on our team coaches that are geared towards being small business coaches, because a chiropractor is great at adjusting. He's great with connecting at patients, but he or she a lot of times isn't that great small business owner. Yeah. We're really trying to help fill the gaps where we can provide that mentoring, that coaching, and that to give everything that our franchisees need to be leaders in their community and in their clinics.
Yeah, Ryan, let's put your CEO hat on for a moment here. Let's talk about wealth generation, right? I mean, let's face it, right? You're getting involved in a franchise. That's one of the things you want to be able to accomplish. You want to be able to build financial wealth, independence, perhaps build a legacy for your family, right? Some people come in and want to be that single unit operator and build a great local business that provides a reliable, high income and a great quality of life. Other people look at franchising as in a bigger role, really kind of maybe we even want to build a quasi empire within a franchise. And we have those types of partners as well. But speak to why it is that particularly a membership-based model, a subscription-based model. Talk to us about the advantages of that and how that gives these investors and entrepreneurs an opportunity to really achieve some amazing things with that kind of a model.
Absolutely. Great question. So I think one thing to say off the bat is, less than 50% of our franchisees are chiropractors. So the majority of our franchisees are business people, investors, high net worth individuals that love the recurring revenue model. So we're a membership base. So when you open your door in the morning, you already proverbially have cash register in the till. So that does a few things. Number one is it makes your revenue more predictable. So enable you to plan your growth more. It also allows for through enterprise value of our clinics. So most of our system, over 80% of our current franchisees either already have multiple units opened or have their second unit in development. Our model is based on multi-unit ownership, and it's not only just that monthly reoccurring revenue, thus cash flow for our franchisees, but because that recurring revenue, they're very attractive, our clinics, for resale. Right. To really have a multiple on our clinics and truly have enterprise value. So building that individual clinic is fantastic. Getting those profitable is extremely important. But our system really is gravitated towards opening up multiple units, getting them successful with the goal ultimately of having a liquidity event in several years.
Yeah. One of the things I found in coaching business owners in a recurring membership type environment is that they have so much more confidence in their business, and that allows them to pull the trigger and invest in their business. And they feel more confident in investing in marketing. They feel more confident in improving systems. They feel more confident in hiring that leader for their company because they see that the revenue coming into their company is not whimsical, right? It's not a roller coaster. It takes time to build it up. But once they're at that, established, platform of recurring revenue, now they're confident about what's coming in. And then that gives them the confidence to go and invest even more in their business. And then they grow even exponentially even from there, whereby I see a lot of people in transactional based businesses, Ryan, they kind of like hesitate. They're not really sure because they know a storm's coming and then the slow season's coming. And then they're trying to ride that reactive roller coaster, where I love this model because it's a lot of work to build the foundation. But once you build it, then it really puts you in a great position of confidence, I feel, to grow and build something.
Absolutely. And that's what allows for you to move from being a franchise owner and really working in the business to being able to work on your business and really be that leader, to then transition to a more passive role, because you do have that recurring model. You do have that revenue coming in very predictably month over month. You see that growth, and our metrics are pretty simple. Revenue is the lagging indicator in a recurring revenue membership model. So as long as you're looking at your metrics, as long as you're making sure that things don't slip on just 3 key metrics, then you can really be in that semi-passive role with multiple clinic ownership.
Right. Let's talk a little about some simple financial qualifications, avatar that's necessary to own a NuSpine franchise.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking for folks that do want to be a leader and have experience in being a leader in building teams. We're looking for people that we'd love for you to also have a passion for health and wellness. It really drives our mission. And from a financial standpoint, we're very similar to a lot of other franchises that are similar. It is a $39,000 is our franchise fee. We do offer discounts for multiple purchases, which almost everyone in our system has done. Then, we do have our monthly royalties are 8%, 7% royalty, and a 1% brand fund. And our tech fee is $375. So very in line with everyone else within our industries and our verticals. And as I said, we're in retail stores. So we have a very low cost to build out. Our fixed costs are not that much at all. And we're next to your local grocery store, your Starbucks, where people are getting their haircut and where people are buying frozen yogurt. And there's your local NuSpine neighborhood chiropractic clinic.
Yeah. One of the things I like about where we're at now too, Ryan, is that you and I get to work closely together. And then you and I also get to work directly with the franchisee candidates. We don't have all these layers right now as the size we are. And I think that's great. So the franchise consultants and the brokers that are listening to the call, when they send their precious cargo over to us, they get to work with us directly, and we'll take them through a great process to do their due diligence, to learn about this opportunity. You and I will make sure they get all the honest answers and all the information that they need to make the right choice. Speak to us a little bit about the process that we have in place, and what they should do if they want to get started.
Absolutely. We take all of the candidates that we work with. We take that process very seriously. We don't just look at this as someone having the ability or the honor of being awarded a NuSpine franchise. We also look at it that it's an honor that they're vetting us, and that they would ultimately choose NuSpine. So we really look at this as a mutual discovery process. We take them through a brand presentation. After that, we share our FDD and we do an FDD review. Then we'll do a call that we call a formula for success to really help them understand all of the revenue generating components and those types of things. Then we talk about financing and marketing. Then we do a discovery day, which ultimately leads towards signing day. And throughout that whole process, it'll start even before we release the FDD. We'll provide data or contact information for all of our franchise partners, because we want anyone vetting NuSpine to not only talk to us and understand the type of leadership from the corporate team down, but also we want them to talk to our franchisees and really understand what it's like to work with NuSpine in the clinic, developing your clinic and working with corporate, because we really find that you can hear it from us, but you really need to take it from the horse's mouth, which is the current franchisees in the system.
Yeah. Ryan, thanks for all your insights, and all you guys listening out there. Hope you found this insightful, and hope this is a great introduction to the NuSpine brand. And we look forward to getting to know you better, learning about your entrepreneurial, and business dreams and goals, and seeing if we can make NuSpine a vehicle to help you get there. So thanks for listening today. We look forward to speaking to you personally.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone.